What's going on? It's Astronaut H, and this is the What More Do You Want Network. Now, in this video, I will be discussing Netflix series Starting 5, Episode 4. At the end of Episode 3, obviously, if you guys know or don't know if you've seen it, it ended in a very somber note. LeBron was talking and going into detail about what happened with Bronny over the course of, when the show was actually being recorded, and during the time of the recording of the show, he went through his cardiac arrest event, and you can tell just from how LeBron was speaking, how his wife Savannah was speaking, it hit home. Like, seriously, it hit home, and LeBron just was saying, like, in that moment, nothing else mattered. Not access, not money, not, the frivolous things. He was like, man, it was literally only thing that mattered is family. And that's all that matters. Savannah was saying, like, it was scary. And for a parent, right? For a parent to witness it firsthand. And you hear LeBron say, you don't worry about things like that when it come to your kids because they're kids. But for that to happen, thank God that he did bounce back from it, but it was scary for everyone involved, I'm sure. Just hearing them speak about it, you could tell it stirred up some of those old wounds. And even for Bronny speaking on it also, actually being able to play again. And fast forward it to today, it's even a miracle that he's even able to play basketball. The medical staff at USC had to actually resuscitate him and give him CPR, and that's like nothing to play around with, but fortunately, for the James family, they're past that. But the episode, the fourth episode, definitely goes into, grave detail on how things went. Now, furthermore, with the episode, it was based around Christmas in the NBA. So as we all know, hectic schedules for NBA professional basketball players. We know that, they're not home a lot. They're on the road, and, families don't get to see them. And it's especially hard on the holidays. Now, for Jason Tatum being a member of the Boston Celtics, he was able to play on Christmas, but he said it's hard, especially when his son now is getting older and he knows, like, he has to leave and things like that. But Jason Tatum was making it known that, okay, even though I do gotta perform and do my job, I let Deuce know certain things, like why and the reasons and things like that. And that's good to see, because you don't want to leave him in the dark, even though, you have this lifestyle that you provide for him. You don't just want to say, all right, daddy got to go to work, daddy got to leave, and things like that. And you can see it in Jason Tatum when he speaks about his son and the relationship that his mom and him had coming up during Christmas time. Same thing for LeBron, just speaking about Christmas and how his upbringing was. It may have been not the best, but his mom made it work. And fast forward to a guy like Domantas Sabonis, who with the Sacramento Kings did not get to play on Christmas, and you've seen, how his wife spoke about that. Like, there should be a reason why he's on TV on that particular day. But again, as we know, the NBA holiday, especially Christmas, puts on marquee matchups, and unfortunately for the Sacramento Kings, they weren't one of them. But what I will say about Domantas Sabonis and his wife is that even though they weren't able to see him on TV, they brought Christmas and the winter wonderland and things like that. She said, we're not able to take winter vacations and ski trips and things like that until he's actually retired, because he's always on the road. So, they brought the winter wonderland and the snow and everything to Sacramento. So that was good to see for their family and things like that. Seeing Jimmy Butler, spend Christmas with his family, and the things that he said, like he's able to, like what he's able to do now, as opposed to how his upbringing was. And that's the one thing that I feel like a lot of guys, you know, in the league empathize with and share is like they weren't able to have, they do now. And that's one thing that's very, very good to see, man, because I understand that these guys are professionals, they get paid a lot of money, but at the end of the day, they're still human, they still have emotions, and they still go through, you know, the ups and the downs of not playing, like Jimmy Butler was on Christmas versus the Philadelphia 76ers, not being able to play because he has to get his body right. You know, you look at somebody like LeBron James, who's continuously played on Christmas. You know, you look at a Jason Tatum, who's a rising star now playing on Christmas. You look at a Domantas Sabonis, who's, you know, stats say his team should be playing on Christmas but isn't. And that's one of the things that you look at, right? How the league caters to certain athletes, faces, names, teams, and alike, and things like that. But what I will say about this episode is when you did see the Lakers versus the Celtics in that game, Jason Tatum just was off. He was off kilter a lot in that game. And it basically had everything to do with his mom and his son missing a plane to actually get out there to the actual game. So, you know, you've seen it in Jason's performance. He was doing a lot of things like uncharacteristic, trying to get himself into the game. But Joe Mazzulla pulled him to the side and was like, listen, you're doing things that's into their game plan. Play your game, get into your own flow. So that was good to see, you know, the coach giving his star player reassurance and things like that. But ultimately, Jason's mom and Deuce made the game, and you've seen his emotions change. And ultimately, the Boston Celtics did win that game on Christmas last season. But, you know, I don't want to give away all the spoilers to the episode. I don't want to give away, you know, every nugget, because for me, I seen the episode firsthand, and some people that may listen to this video or watch this video and think like they don't have to watch it, but this show, like I said from episode 1, man, it gives a in tune and in depth look at certain players, you know, how they take care of themselves, it just family, you know, just an insight to what the NBA lifestyle is sort of like. You know, they're not going to give away all the tidbits, tips, and tricks that these guys do on a day-to-day. But what I will say about this particular series is that it's a good way to give fans an insight on these players, whether you love them or you hate them. So let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Basketball fans, NBA fans, or if this is just your first time tuning into the channel, let me know what you think in the comments down below. Have you watched the series starting 5, or are you gonna, you know, just let it simmer and marinate before you give it a watch? Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you can know anytime a video is being uploaded to this channel. It's Astronaut H. This is the What More Do You Want Network, and I'll catch you guys on the next video.